Oh my God, Unati is actually a very easygoing person, an individual that is a very hard worker, a go-getter, face any challenge that comes, their way, because my pronouns are him, his, they, them, right? So yeah, oh my God, leadership runs in my blood, let me tell you. Since high school, I was the SGB, I was part of the school governing body, and in my matric year, it went on to, being class reps, and all that. But for me, coming back actually was because I had to sit on that chair, I had to be the chairperson. There was no way I would let that just slide.
Now let's get into the real Unati. You being a member of the LGBTQI community, what are the challenges or the stigmas that you come across, maybe criticism or other negative remarks that you get in your leadership?
In my leadership? Oh.
Welcome to the second episode of Student Leadership Unplugged, a space where we get to go beyond titles and get to really much sit with the human stories. My name is Nyakallo Kutumela, the bulldozer, and of course I'm your host. I'm not alone, I'm with the amazing, the fabulous, the gorgeous Unati. How are you, sir? And how do you want me to call you?
It's okay, I'll take some.
Okay. How are you? And let me just give you a minute to introduce yourself.
It's Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nkosinathi Thembo, probably known as Chippy Yadi Chippy Mal.
Well, you've had it from Chippy Yadi Chippy. So now, just tell me a little bit about yourself. Who's Unati? Where are you from? Where is home? A little bit about your upbringing, family-wise, parents and siblings, if you do have.
Okay, all right. Oh my God, Unati is actually a very easygoing person, an individual that is a very hard worker, a go-getter, face any challenge that comes, their way, because my pronouns are him, his, they, them, right? So yeah. So I also am a leader that gets the job done, I'm a very bubbly person. I'm a very friendly person. Okay, I was born in Kimberley, but bred in Pretoria, okay? But yeah, I have about 9 siblings, yeah. And yeah, I'm the only boy from both sides, both parents. Oh my God, my upbringing. That's a topic that I actually don't want to delve into, because I had a very tough upbringing. I didn't have anything handed to me, but yeah, let me not get into that too much. Yeah.
Okay. So now, in your childhood, growing up, who was or what is that person, or who was that person who helped you to stay grounded as well as to stay true to yourself?
To myself.
You say you come from a family of 9.
Yes.
So I assume there was a lot of support.
Definitely. I think the saying that says, it takes a village to raise a child, right? For me, it was not a specific person, but the people that are around me, my siblings, of course, my aunt, and my friends, and most importantly, myself. I've been there for myself, and I had to make sure that I stay true to myself. I had to remind myself, no one's going to do that for yourself, so I did that for myself.
True.
Yeah.
True. So now let's talk about leadership and the heart behind it.
Yes.
Why choose to be a house comm?
Oh my God, actually, let me tell you now. I remember in my first year when I came here, I got to be friends with people who are already in the leadership positions already. You probably know Quentin. He was the academic officer then, right? So when we were sitting, he just said to me, "But friend, do you just want to be a normal student or for the rest of your 4 years, or do you want to be something within the institution?" I was like, I'm not yet sure though, but let me see, He was like, actually run for house committee, have a better chance at doing that. I was like, okay, let me do that. You understand? So that was then, because of them, they had motivated me to actually be in house committee. Yeah. And then I got to learn after about house committee or what they do, the benefits and all that. Yeah.
So I want to understand something, because I'm well aware that it's your second term as a house.
Yes.
What is it that pushed you to like say, no, I'm coming back
Yeah.
for the second time? Is it the benefits, or is it what having to like stay on campus? I mean, the luxury that comes with being an on-campus student, or is it just about you being a genuine leader? Like it's something that you're passionate about.
Oh my God, leadership runs in my blood. Let me tell you, since high school, I think I was the SGB, I was part of the school governing body, and in my matric year, it went on to, being class reps, and all that. But for me, coming back actually was because I had to sit on that chair. I had to be the chairperson. There was no way I would let that just slide, But most importantly, I just wanted to, put Rathaga on the map. I think I have done that so far, but I'm not done with it yet. I'm still here to, give more.
It's more of a calling for you, I presume.
You can say that actually, yes.
So I want to understand this.
Yeah.
How do you best describe yourself? Like, what type of a leader are you? What type of leadership style do you use?
Oh, actually, I would say that I'm a democratic leader because whatever decision that I take, I don't take it alone. I make sure that I call my colleagues, we discuss it, and we all agree on that. I take them in on what's happening and all that, you understand? I don't just take decisions. Also, I think there's also a better of laissez-faire there because I do like delegating tasks, but I delegate tasks knowing that my colleagues are able to, have the skills to do to that particular task that I've delegated them to do. Yeah.
I hear you, Neti. When you say you're a democratic leader, democratic leader is someone who believes in like giving a voice to others.
Yes.
Don't you feel, or rather let me just rephrase my question. Do you think students are happy with your leadership style? Because having been a democratic leader, some of the students' voices will be left out.
Oh my God, not everyone is going to be happy. Not everyone is going to be happy, whether any leadership style that you use, you can't please everyone. But I think so far, I would like to say that they're definitely happy with me because I make sure that no one is left behind. I make sure that I hear everyone because I did say when I was running for House Committee that I am the voice for the voiceless, you understand? So yeah, I am there for the students, by the students.
Well, you had it all for yourself from Unati, and I'm a living testimony, I can attest to.
Yes, you came from these hands.
So now, Unati, let's just tweak it a little bit. Let's get into the content of leadership. What are the challenges that you face as a house comm?
Ooh, like I said, you're not going to be able to please everyone, right? There are times where people want to, just have their way, right? Let me not say people, in fact, students, because we're talking about students here, right? They want to have their way, right? They want to go with what they say, right? So, yeah, I think that's one of the challenges. Again, the challenges that I've also faced is, oh my God, students, having episodes, having attacks and all that on campus, right? And I don't even know how to deal with that, do you understand? So it's a bit of a challenge, even for us, even with my colleagues, because we panic as well, during that time. But we also had to just, stay calm and try to, calm the situation. But it's one of the biggest challenges. Another challenge is, oh my God, maintenance. Maintenance is a huge challenge for most on-campus leaders. Maintenance and Wi-Fi, So I think, for now, those are the challenges that I'm facing.
Yeah. But then, that's quite a lot of challenges. I mean, having to deal with maintenance is something that is beyond your control.
Definitely,
how do you deal with it? Because I believe that students are going to be raising complaints. I can imagine if it was myself. And
you're one of them.
Yes. And I have a problem with a light, or rather a bulb that is it's not working. Then it's over 2 weeks, and I'm seated in the dark kitchen every single night. I know, for one, I would constantly be on your DM. I would constantly be knocking at your door like, Unati, no, my bulb.
Light, Okay, so our subwarden is the one that mainly deals with maintenance, right? But also, as house committee, we, help each other, right? So if I see that, let's say an issue has been, raised, and more than 2 weeks now, and nothing has been done, I, just take it up. What do they call it? Yeah, but let's I just go up a notch. Yeah, I go to maybe management. If our warden does not do anything about it, I just directly call the managers just to try to find out what is happening. Why has these things not been fixed yet? Because students will think that we're not was lodging their complaints. They'll just think that they're just complaining and we're not doing anything about them yet. So we also put them in that and show them that, guys, this is what we've done. This is what we've sent the emails, we've done everything. So your voices are heard, your complaints have been lodged, but it's not under our control. You understand? Yeah.
Okay. In as much as you are a leader, I believe there are times whereby you cannot cater for each and every single person's needs, and there are times whereby you need to be firm. Has there ever been a time whereby you had to make a hard decision, the one that doesn't sit with you as a person?
Oh, actually, no. No, like, I don't want to lie. My students have, been behaving, right? Obviously, there are that few that, would want to, obviously just take a left turn, but it has never been to a point where we had to take a harsh decision, a harsh decision, right? It's always just like maybe it's just a warning, and then they stop from there, because you know me. I have times where I smile, and there are times where I'm very firm. So yeah.
I see you have quite kids who, let me not say kids, students who are very much in order.
Yes, they're behaving this year. Unlike you guys.
We're catching stores now, and it's fine. You also mentioned something about students who are having problems of spirituality, if I can put it that way. And you also highlighted that you and your colleagues, you find that you are panicking, you don't know how to deal with
the situation.
Do you think that there is, or what is it that you feel like the management can do to like better prepare you, so that when you come across such challenges of students having to get into trance, you can be able to like better assist the students?
I think management has, given us a training for first aid, but when it comes to like spirituality and students getting to trance, I don't think one can prepare themselves for that, unless maybe there are ways where maybe management can invite a spiritualist, to just maybe let us in on that and maybe educate us more about spirituality and shouldn't get into trance and what to do in that situation. Because I do have quite a number of students on campus, right, who gifted, right, or who have callings, right, and they do get into trance, right? So one can never prepare for that.
That's true. That's true, because I, for one, I am a spiritualist, and I do understand the problems that comes with a person who's spiritually inclined, the trances, and as well as the problems that comes with that. For one, I wouldn't advise a person when there is a student who's ancestrally inclined and you might not know what to do during the time. It's also not safe for one to like try to assist, whereas you don't have much knowledge or other
about
information about that. And then now let's get into the real Unati. You being a member of the LGBTQI community, what are the challenges or the stigmas that you come across, maybe criticism or other negative remarks that you get in your leadership?
In my leadership? Oh, there's actually none. Hey, I don't want to lie. There's actually none. There's a lot that we, as the LGBTIQ community plus Q community, that we face within society. But within my leadership, I've never actually faced any. I've never. I don't want to lie. Even with students, none. Yeah.
But then I would like to believe that as you serve you are serving different students from different backgrounds. Do you really think that most of the students that you serve at yours are they well educated in terms of the LGBTQI community? And if not, what is it that you think can be done to like get them more educated about the community?
In terms of them being well educated, I really don't want to say they are or they're not, because I have never experienced any discrimination. Even with my students, I have had students definitely within the LGBTQ community coming to my residence, but I've never really heard any complaints regarding that. However, I do believe that we can, do more to educate them and let them know that we are there, we are here, we are not going anywhere, right? Maybe awareness, let's say pride, or pride picnics, or maybe having people from the LGBTQ community coming within our residence and just educating them, having a seminar, with everyone within the residence.
But do you guys have clubs and societies that you can recommend to like students who are also part of the LGBTQI plus community?
Yes, there is the Rainbow Club on campus,
You've had it first years, or are there any student who feels like, no, I want to explore my sexuality, I want to engage with people who are also part of the community? You can join the Rainbow Club and Society. Then you'll be able to like meet other great people who have got a better influence and a better understanding of the community. So now let's talk academic life. Because apart from being a leader, you are also a student.
Yes.
How are you balancing academic life as well as being a leader, the role of leadership?
Oh, talking about academics, I mean, everyone knows that I am a criminal graduate. Best performing within my residence in 2023, 2024, right? Best performing in the Faculty of Humanities 2023, 2024. But being a leader, oh my God, has taken a huge stray, with my academics. I don't want to lie. I think I've focused so much on leadership and I've neglected my academics. I still do well, but I feel like I could have just, done more, to push myself, when it comes to academics. Yeah, but I think leadership is just there in the forefront for me. So going forth, I'll just have to, balance the two.
I just hope that it's not affecting your academic performance. You still need those articles, those academic awards, best performing and all that.
Yes.
So as we wrap up, does the role of being a leader, the role of being a house comm, help you grow in any way?
Definitely, it does. I have sat on tables where a lot of students, would love to be, I've been to places, I've traveled within the leadership, so it has helped me grow so much. It also helped me grow, with communicating better, being able to resolve conflicts, and my confidence as well. When I walk, they will say, there is leadership. You can tell that there is a leader walking there, you understand? So it has also helped my confidence just grow, and my self-esteem as well. Yeah.
That's great. It serves more as a confidence booster
than
when you enter rooms or seminars, they get to feel your presence.
Definitely, and heads cheaply mal.
So now, if I may ask, what is it that you want people to genuinely remember you about once your leadership term comes to an end?
Oh my God, I want to be remembered as a leader that, has shown love and compassion, to his students. A leader that has created a residence, a home away from home, from those students who come from, difficult backgrounds. A leader that has made residents a safe environment, a safe space, a leader that gets the job done. Most importantly, a leader who's not who's not afraid to take on any challenge, and a leader that is basically the voice for the voiceless.
Voice of the voiceless.
Voice of the voiceless. Yeah,
I like that. As we about to wrap up, let me just personally thank you for coming here, having to engage, giving us your insight. It's very much invaluable. Best believe me, it doesn't go unnoticed. And before we close it, I would like you to look at the camera that there might be a student who's seated in a seminar, walking to campus or in their room, who is also into, or rather interested in becoming a student leader on House Comm. What is it that you can say? It might be a word of encouragement, a word of advice to that student.
Honestly, I would just say, go for it. Go for it. Do not have any doubts. If God wants you there, I believe in God's timing more than anything, right? If God wants you there, He'll definitely put you on that seat. So don't be afraid, run for it. But also just be a nice person when you run for leadership, because one thing about students, they will not vote for you if you're not nice, okay?
True.
So be a nice person and just genuinely do it because you want to, be a leader, and you want to lead, and you want to, be the voice for the voiceless.
Well, my wonderful audience, my wonderful viewers, you've heard it from Unati, Chippy,
Chippy.
It all starts with you. They say there is no better time than now.
Yeah.
If you feel like you have the qualities that a leader needs, or you embody those qualities, run with it.
Yeah.
When they say they are opening up leadership platforms, go for it. It doesn't have to be a house comm leadership position.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's
you can
a
even
lot.
partake
Peer
in sports and all
mentors.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. That's very much important. Peer mentors, we also need that. And I'm very much grateful for having you today.
You're welcome.
To my viewers, it's me, your host, the bulldozer, signing out.
Yes.
Ciao.